Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff. The squad here today looking to put on a show, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff. A group with a whole lot to prove here today. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And here comes the offense out for their first possession. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And, Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022, the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked in 2022 and wide left and hits the ground in the year of 2023.
And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. A solid run. Good for first down yardage. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. Breaking tackles. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful. Let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. So a serious defensive battle as we wrap up the first quarter. These teams pursuing a national championship. Let's take a look at the game summary so far. We'll see if these offenses can find a spark, get a rhythm going in the second quarter of this playoff game. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's got some room. Can he get there? Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's first and goal from the 2. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Stock right there at the line. No gain. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Second down, we're going to throw it. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
I thought the strong safety did a really good job of disguising the blitz, waiting to the last possible moment, and at the snap of the ball, catching the offensive line off guard. Nobody saw him. He gets home free and comes up with a sack.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. One team making their way on the field. We'll see what he can do with the return. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Here comes the first play of the drive now from the 44. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Second down after that run on the previous play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone. And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And that's a solid gain for the defense, able to bring him down. The gain makes it second and medium. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Got a lane. Can he get in? They stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And tackled there by the defense. Offense facing second and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So it's first down, but they'll just kneel down before halftime here. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Snags a quick throw. No huddle now for the offense. Looking to pass here on second down. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive down multiple scores. On third down, he drops to throw. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the offense trots back onto the field here. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They're going to run it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The offense knocking on the door with a first and goal. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. comes the point after attempt. He had the extra point and the lead now 21-zip. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. And a handoff as they run the counter play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The ball is picked off. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Suddenly, off the interception, it's first and goal for this offense. And the running back takes the handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Solid tackle, able to get him down. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Nope, he is stopped short. So the defense gets a turnover on downs, desperate to try to cut into this lead. All right, so it's 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line. A dangerous place on the field. Are they going to run the ball to get some breathing room or be more aggressive? They don't pick up much. They do avoid the safety, but no breathing room. So it's 2nd and 10 from their own 1. Important to get some yards here. They don't want to have to face 3rd and long or punt from this position. This one ends up a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll kick it away from the 20. Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. Tackle is made at the 38. That's a good kick return. Offense makes their way on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Solid run. Tackle at the 45-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. They went for it and failed on 4th down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. No, he didn't make it. He is stopped short, so they don't take the chance to add to this lead, and the defense will get the football back. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. At this point, not much you can do except play for pride. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He pulls in the catch. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys. It hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. And a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe get points on the board, maybe not able to come back in this game. But man, it could really help you down the road as far as showing what your character is about and how you're not giving up.
Looking to throw yet again. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You hope you make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. Defense. So early contact with the defense, that'll push the ball up 5 yards. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Escapes the second. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Incomplete, and that shot to the end zone.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got it near the end zone. Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. And he'll set up to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. It's a 2-score game, so hope's still alive here in the late going. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. Offense ready to start this drive. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Important 2nd down play coming up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Great breaks clear, end zone ahead. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. Pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And the offense will spend a timeout, just 14 seconds left on the clock. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. It's flipped back to the kicker. He's looking to throw the ball. And he makes the grab, a successful 2-point try, and they bump the lead up even more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? No press here. The defense backing away. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bringing pressure. Ball is free in the backfield. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.